Haberdashery, you will find clothing needs for every occasion, formal or informal. Guys, coming is almost here. Shop local and your date will be crazy about how sharp you look in your formal attire. Quality, style, stash. Jackalope Stash. Visit us online, or better yet, come see us in downtown St. Mary.
So the sign on the scoreboard says the national anthem will be played when both teams are out of the locker room. So as I mentioned, the Rough Riders are out. We're still awaiting the OG Titans to exit the locker room. Of course, the OG Titans under the coaching direction of longtime coach Ken Schreiner, who last Friday night in their win over the Elida Bulldogs picked up his 200th career win. So congratulations to Ken. He's been around a long, long time.
Yeah, he was head coach there when I was in high school. Legendary, very just consistent. Consistency is what I think of with Ken Schreiner. No matter whether they have really good athletes or average athletes or bad athletes, he brings out a team that competes.
He does.
They may lose a couple games, but they're not going to be an easy win.
Absolutely.
At any time.
Absolutely. And OG has always had athletes. You know, they may not be the biggest, they may not be the fastest or strongest, but they've got athletes that can get the job done when needed. The OG Titans are making their way onto the field on the north side of the stadium. We'll see if the Rough Riders will do the same. They may just stay there until the national anthem is played because they'll get underneath the helmet and then they'll make their way onto the playing surface.
Helmet, of course, donated by the St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation a couple years ago. One of the neat things that they're able to donate through their fundraising, as well as put on the Hall of Fame. And we're going to have Bill Kellemeyer up here at halftime. He's the president, and every year he gives us an update, some of the projects, some of the fundraisers, and some of their goals moving forward. And we also get a chance to talk a little bit about the honorees and inductees.
Absolutely. It'll be a good halftime program, so stay tuned for the Guarneri Pizzeria and Pub halftime show, which will be coming your way. Right now, the OG Titans making their way to their bench on the far side of the field. The St. Mary's Rough Riders will gather underneath the helmet on the north side of the stadium. And, of course, we'll now have the playing of the national anthem performed by the St. Mary's All-Brass Band.
Led by Senior Field Commander Garrett Dotson. Join the band as we honor our country in playing our national anthem. We also are pleased to welcome Senior Lorelei McAllister as she signs for the hearing impaired.
And if you look on your screen, here comes the St. Mary's Rough Riders. You know, Zach, when we look at these two teams, comparing as far as team statistics are concerned, OG's rushing for 180 yards a game. Of course, the Rough Riders first in the Western Buckeye League and rushing with 326 yards per game. OG is passing at 79 yards per game. That's ninth in the Western Buckeye League. Of course, this kind of surprises me. The Rough Riders are averaging 6 yards per game passing. Of course, they're last in the Western Buckeye League. Total offense, OG is 9th at 259 yards per game. The Rough Riders right in the middle at 332 yards per game total offense. And they both put good points on the board. OG comes in averaging 20 points a game. St. Mary's 23 points a game. Defensively, it'll be a battle of defenses. The OG Titans against the rush average second in the Western Buckeye League, giving up just 122 yards per game. The Rough Rider defense is giving up 162 yards on the ground. Passing, the Titans giving up 129 yards per game. Passing, fifth in the league. The Rough Riders are second in the Western Buckeye League against the pass, giving up 103. Team defense, the OG Titans are second in the league, giving up 251 yards per game. St. Mary's is third, giving up 265 yards a game. The OG defense is averaging 25 points per game. They're giving up sixth in the league. The Rough Riders defense giving up just 15 points per game. That ranks them third in the Western Buckeye League. So it should be a interesting contest. Of course, you know, we say it each and every week, the Rough Riders have got to continue to play mistake-free football and eliminate the little mistakes. It's not the big glaring mistakes. It's those little things that, you know, a long run and a hold, or a long run and a ineligible, well, whatever the case may be. But they got to play good football.
Yeah, we've seen the defense, you know, make some big mistakes this year, but then they've only given up 14 points in a game against Defiance. So, you know, they may make mistakes, but if the defense is only giving up 14 points, you hope that your offense can come up with at least 3 touchdowns and finish that off. So that's impressive that the defense is ranked third right now in the WBL. It definitely feels that way from watching them on the field, that they are one of the better defenses in the NFL in the WBL. But the offense now needs to catch up to that. We have seen flashes of this offense where they've looked unstoppable. Last week, you know, that first drive against Wapak, there was nobody stopping them as they're marching down the field. Right. They got into the red zone, and then they can't score. Against Defiance, drove down the field several times, then they fumble in the red zone, or they can't score. So we need to see the offense show a little bit more consistency, do the little things right. I heard Coach Bo Fry talking about that a lot this week. And if they can, they're going to run the rest of the schedule, I think, and win out and go into the playoffs with some momentum. Absolutely. If they can't, we're going to see we may struggle tonight. We may struggle against Bass. So we'll see how this starts.
This kickoff return is being brought to you by Varsity Lanes, and it'll go to Kessler. He'll catch it at the 10. He'll head to the middle of the field. He's got a hole. He's going to break to the outside. There's nobody there that's going to stop him. He's to the 40. He's to a nice block. He's to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! And the Rough Riders are on the board on the opening kickoff.
Well, that's a good way to set some pace and not worry about your offense. Just put it in the end zone right off the bat. That's the first one of the year, right? The first one that wasn't called back on a penalty.
Correct.
We've seen that almost break out several times this year. Great job. Kessler does a nice job of picking his lane and making a cut and not looking back.
That's a good Jackalope Stash touchdown on the Varsity Lanes kickoff return. Now watch right here. We got a guy. That's a good block right there, just getting right in front of him. Colton Mabry, and Kessler takes it home.
Colton Mabry takes a week off, comes right out there and gets a touchdown scoring block right there.
So this point after this Jackalope Stash extra point will be attempted by Brady Triplett.
12 men on the field from OG. They're going to move it forward, and some of the offensive guys saying, let's go for 2, Coach. Offense is out. Offense is out. They might have to call a timeout if they're going to run this. Although the play clock's not moving. So,
so Dominic Osborne, Colton Mabry in the backfield, of course. So the ball will be moved half the distance to the goal line. So it'll be at the 1.5-yard line. So the Rough Riders have elected to go for 2 here in the early goings of this contest. Full house in the backfield. Kessler under center. He'll turn, he'll give it to Mabry, and the Jackalope Stash extra point is good. So the Rough Riders, with the 11:46 on the American Legion scoreboard, have drawn first blood, and they lead by a score of 7-0. We'll be back.
8-0.
I'm sorry. Very good. 8-0. We'll be back with the Varsity Lanes kickoff right after this. Thanks.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field, where the Rough Riders have drawn first blood and lead on the American Legion scoreboard 8-0 with 11:46 remaining. Just 14 seconds into this ball game, and now the Rough Riders will kick it off, this Varsity Lanes kickoff, as Brady Triplett will approach the football. Back to receive for the OG Titans will be Grant Evers and Ethan Metzger. And they're going to let it bounce into the end zone. So the OG Titans on the touchback will get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
OG will go 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
We're going to see a lot, very similar offense from OG that we saw out of Wapakoneta. A lot of shotgun and a lot of motion and running off tackle out of the shotgun, and a lot of quick passes as well. Quarterback's got a pretty good arm, but he doesn't seem to have a lot of great receivers able to get open.
Peyton Coleman, the quarterback for the OG Titans, he's going to go back. He's going to launch it over the middle, and it is caught and dropped by the intended receiver. Pass was intended for Deegan Miller.
OG seen some things last week, I'm guessing, on the Wapakoneta tape and wanting to take a shot deep early on. A little, we call that a deep dig in, or an in, deep in route. 15 yards down the field, cut in. And usually it's a one-on-one type of matchup there with either the safety or the DB staying on that receiver.
Coleman in the shotgun has a man sliding down the line. He's going to keep it, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. He may have lost a yard. Good job by the Rough Rider defense. Taylor Compton in on the stop. He's all pumped up. This is a Minster Bank money down for this Rough Rider defense. We'll see if the defense can rise to the occasion. It's 3rd down and a long 11. So obviously a passing situation for the OG Titans. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Coleman in the gun. 3-step drop, looking for an out route, and he's got his receiver. That's Ethan Metzger, and he's going to pick up a 1st down before he's knocked out of bounds by Kessler and Noah Dixon.
A little bit of a pick play there. One receiver took that out route. The other receiver was on a go route or a fade route. And St. Mary's defender unable to get through that one receiver to get or St. Mary's defensive back unable to get through one receiver to the other one to try to make a play there.
1st and 10 for the Titans. Ball is placed at their own 39-yard line. Grant Evers has the football. He breaks a tackle, goes to the outside, breaks Compton's tackle. He's to the 45, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds.
Too many opportunities there for St. Mary's defense to stop that early. He made him pay for it, 15 yards down the field.
Wesley Blair runs him out of bounds, number 26, but not before he picks up big yardage and a 1st down. 10:24 on the American Legion scoreboard. 1st and 10. Ball at the Rough Rider 36-yard line. Man in motion. Coleman passes it out
to Dooling. And that's going to be another first down for the OG Titans.
Nice design play there. Fake the handoff underneath. Tight end comes across like a drag and happened to be running it right into where St. Mary's was blitzing that outside backer on that side. Yep. Nobody was there to cover.
And we've got a timeout on the field. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. It's a Miller Funeral Home timeout. We'll come back right after this.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
TSC is bringing fiber optic high-speed internet to your rural community. Power your household with upload and download speeds as high as 1 gigabit. GigaSpire technology provides blazing fast speeds and whole home coverage so you can enjoy an unrivaled online experience. At TSC, we look forward to bringing you hometown local service, saving you money, and welcoming you to the TSC Gigahood.
First and 10 for the OG Titans. The nose of the football is at the Rough Riders' 20-yard line. 10-17 remaining here in the first quarter. Fake to Evers. He's going to swing it out to him, and not a good pass, but a good route.
Yeah, a little bit of a delayed wheel route there. Fake the handoff, let him kind of slip out, and then send him up the sideline. He had a couple of steps on Compton, but fortunately, throw was rushed.
So it'll bring up second down and 10 for the OG Titans. Kuhlman keeps it himself on the quarterback draw, and he's smacked.
Yeah, just a couple yards. You know, they're trying to find something with some of these QB draws, and I guess trying to keep St. Mary's defense honest. But really nothing there on any of these rushes for OG, finding much more success through the air.
Let's bring up another Minster Bank money down for the OG Titans. The last time they were in this situation, even a little longer, it was like third and 11. They picked up the first down. We'll see if this defense can rise to the occasion. Pass out to the corner. Nice coverage there by Kessler. Pass falls incomplete. Pass was intended for Ethan Metzger.
Tried a different version of that quick out, but that time Jacob Kessler saw it and was able to get in position and make a nice play.
Obviously, the OG Titans are in 4-down territory. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7, I believe. So I think for the OG Titans, your biggest concern is just to pick up the 7 yards.
Yeah, and I think, but we always see teams take a shot at the end zone sometimes too.
And there's a Roots penalty flag on the field. We got procedure called on the OG Titans.
Legal shift.
Illegal shift.
Like. Yep.
Oh, it's the same. It's the same signal, isn't it?
Well, I don't think it's supposed to be.
Okay, because he went like this originally.
He did.
Okay.
And then he did the shift.
Okay.
So. We'll take a look at it with the rules of the game and Bill Krug this week, because him and I talked about that same thing this week.
Absolutely. And I listened, and therefore I thought, because there's one that's almost the same.
Yes.
Right? Procedure and something else.
Yeah. Legal motion and illegal shift.
Are the same.
Illegal shift.
All right.
And ineligible number 62.
Play will stand. The Rough Riders will pick up.
Illegal shift, ineligible receiver downfield as well. And the OG Titans will turn it over on down. So the Rough Rider offense will make their way to the field with 9:23 remaining here in the first quarter.
You know what, Joe?
That is a
Spring Street Storage
turnover.
Turnover on downs. Great job for the Rough Rider defense. And thank you to our sponsors with Spring Street Storage. We remembered one of them.
We did.
First and 10 for the Rough Riders.
That's Minerding at quarterback.
Hayden Minerding, the quarterback, gave the ball to Caleb Schmidt. We'll give him a gain of about 3 on the play. We'll call it second down and 7.
Looks like Kessler's on the sidelines next to Coach, ready to go in. And this might be that shift we talked about earlier in the season. Not knowing Colton Mabry, Kessler might be looking more at split end and running back.
Pass to Trey Moore. That'll pick up a Fowler TV first down. They'll move the chains while they bring the play in. We want to congratulate the St. Mary's Rough Rider girl golf team who won the Western Buckeye League Golf Championship this year. It is the first in the history of the program. And after this play, we'll give you some of those members.
Good to see Trey Moore get his hand on the ball, get involved with the offense.
And they'll put him in motion. They'll turn, they'll give the ball to Mabry. He'll be stopped close to the line of scrimmage. So again, congratulations to the girls golf team. They were 7-0 in league play, and they were first in the Western Buckeye League tournament. Lily Sampson was third place in the tournament.
Lily.
Okay, I'm sorry. Lily Sampson was third, and she placed as a medalist. Kaylee McKinley was fourth place. Sophia Menker tied for fifth, and Rylan McLaughlin tied for 10th. And congratulations to the girls golf team.
Dominic Osborne on a little sweep play. Dominic also wearing that concussion. I don't know what the proper term. I need to think of a better term. Modern helmet.
Is that it?
I'll have it here in a second. But looks like Kessler's going to come in here for 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 for the Rough Riders. 7:16 remaining. You see the run by Dominic Osborne on the Larry Schaff Auto Sales instant replay. Kessler throws it up, and he throws it out of bounds. And it'll be an incomplete pass. It's called, I have it.
Go ahead.
Thanks to Andy Rammel.
Yes.
It's called a Guardian helmet.
Guardian helmet, that's right.
Now remember that because I'll forget it. A Guardian helmet. Brady Triplett will punt the football.
Number 1, Ethan Metzger. Number 12, Carson Yeager back for OG.
Nice high pump. Fair catch caught. And Owen Ott touched him, but no flag. So
it's always tough for I was on the punt team, and you run down there as fast as you can. You're looking different directions, trying to not get your head taken off. You don't always see whether the guy called it or not, and you don't want to be on film Saturday morning standing there while the guy runs past you because you didn't realize it. So
exactly.
You break down and you think about whether you're going to hit, and you wait for the whistle.
Absolutely.
That's kind of what Owen Ott did.
1st and 10, OG at their own 40-yard line. Peyton Coleman, the quarterback, 6'4" senior. He's going to swing it out to Brinkman. Brinkman's to the 50. He'll pick up an OG first down.
Couple of nice broken tackles there. Nothing too complicated on that play. Just a quick throw out. I always call that like an extension of a run or a sweep. Just a quick swing to the back out there.
So with that pass completion, the OG Titans have snuck the ball into Rough Rider territory. The nose of the football is sitting at the 49 of St. Mary's. 1st and 10. Ball's on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe they'll give him about a half a yard on the play. Not a good snap from the OG center.
No, a little bit to the side of the quarterback. Quarterback dropped it a little bit. I think he was trying to hand it off anyway, but no gain.
You know, if that was me, I would say it's the center's fault, and you would say
it's the quarterback's fault. It wasn't on the ground. It was close enough.
It was absolutely. Absolutely. If you touch it, you should get it. 2nd down and 10 for the OG Titans. Peyton Kuhlman squares up, throws it across the field, and it's caught by Deegan Miller. Luke Bournes was on him, but Deegan Miller, 6'3", and he's a sophomore. So they've got it inside the Rough Rider red zone. 1st and 10. The ball is at the 17-yard line.
Nice pass, nice route from the wide receiver. Just had a couple steps on him, and sometimes if a quarterback throws a perfect ball like that, there's not much you can do if you don't have a man deep in coverage. That's just going to happen.
Grant Evers on the carry. Evers, a 6-foot senior, will give him a gain of. Let's see there. I don't think they're going to give him a gain.
Nope.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Good job by the Rough Rider defense up front. Coleman looking to the corner, and he throws it out of bounds. Pass intended for Miller.
He got rocked from Big 91 on St. Mary's.
That's A.J. Hertenstein.
Watch A.J. Hertenstein come through the line untouched. Ball's
Boom.
out. Boom.
Yeah.
That is the pinnacle of a blindside hit there.
It is.
Good clean hit from Hertenstein. You like that quarterback to be thinking about that the rest of the time he's throwing. Big 3rd down here.
Coleman goes back, pass over the middle. The pass is caught again by Deegan Miller. It's going to be enough for a 1st down. It'll place the ball inside the 5-yard line.
Well, they put a couple receivers through the middle and did some short curls, and that sucked up the safeties, and that let the outside wide receiver really wide open on that kind of post route there.
I formation in the backfield. Ball's on the ground, and Coleman picks it up. Good job by the Rough Rider defense.
Well, the football god's smiling on OG right now. A couple balls on the ground, and it's bounced right up to their guys. I'd be really shocked if OG still tries to run this in even from the 4-yard line. They just don't seem to have any push up front. Maybe they'll try to stretch it to the corner, to the pylon.
2nd down and goal. Ball is on the Rough Rider 4. Clock is ticking. 3:20 remaining here in the 1st quarter. And it's a touchdown for Peyton Coleman from 4 yards out. So the OG Titans are on the scoreboard with 3:12 remaining here in the 1st quarter. We'll see if they elect to go for 2 to tie it up or 1.
Yeah, not much inside there. Just sent Coleman to the edge. St. Mary's had enough guys on that side. Really should have played that a little bit better, but it's tough when you're inside the 5-yard line like that.
I think the OG Titans are going to go for 2, I believe. They're going to try to tie this ball game up. They move the ball a little bit toward the left hash mark. Coleman, it's going to be a screen. Well, it's not a screen, but it's picked off. So the point after is no good. So with 3:12 remaining here in the 1st quarter on the American Legion scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 8, the OG Titans 6. We'll be back with the Varsity Lanes kickoff return right after this.
Laura Yelton State Farm, servicing the St. Mary's area since 1989. With your life, home, and auto insurance needs. Call or stop in today and see Laura or Logan Yelton For a free quote, go Rough Riders!
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. Back to receive this varsity lane kickoff return, Trey Moore and Jacob Kessler. And we saw what Kessler did with the opening kickoff. Took it 90 yards to the house.
Yeah, that was a really nicely set up play. Good blocking up front. I would be shocked if OG kicks it deep again.
Nope, you called it, Zach. And it's going to bounce up to Mabry. That might be just as bad. Good job by Colton Mabry. He gets it over the 35-yard line. I think they're going to place it at the 37, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. The ball at their own 37-yard line. That's dangerous, too, to kick it to him.
It is, yeah. And there was some space there for a second as well. It doesn't look like a lot of the OG kickoff guys really want to get in there. They're kind of staying on the edges and trying to cut in from the side.
Right.
I'll see if St. Mary's offense can respond here. Not a good first series from them.
Osborne is stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe for a little bit of a loss.
Yeah, a lot of immediate pressure in the backfield, which we've seen unfortunately a lot this season. Somebody's coming. 74 right there. You can see right in your screen, unblocked.
Yeah,
right where the hole is.
So we'll call it 2nd down and 10, no gain. Give the ball to Mabry. He's going to go to the wide side of the field, and he'll gain about 1 on the play.
Took a big hit there, Joe. I think one of the guys said, are you okay? Shook his head there.
Bring up 3rd and 9 from the Rider 38-yard line.
Kessler's going to come back in at quarterback.
Mabry on the wing to the left. Kessler's going to have to turn and get it away to Rammel, and it's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down at about 13 for the Rough Riders, and we'll call it 12. 4th and 12, and that should bring on Brady Triplett, and it does.
Riders trying a little bit of razzle-dazzle. I think it was a double screen there, so he could have thrown it to either side.
Yep.
We've seen that before, and we've seen it work well before. OG's just too disciplined. They got guys covering everybody.
Grant Evers, one of the deep backs. Nice punt by Triplett and fair caught by Grant Evers. And the ball will be placed at about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, they got it maybe more closer to the 30.
About the
20, it back.
29. They'll mark it up to 29. So it's time for this Rough Rider defense to show up, don't you think? OG's been pretty much moving the football on them.
OG's sitting here with 123 total yards. St. Mary's just has 1 first down, so this defense has been on the field a lot. OG's got 6 first downs, 123 total yards. And, they'd like to see them step up and stop some of these passes and stop some of the mistackling.
Good tackle by Noah Dixon after Evers picked up a gain of about 3 on the play.
And Evers ran a lot just to get 3 yards, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Started way back in the backfield, and unfortunately he looks like he's injured.
And he's down on the field. So while they attend the OG Titan player on the field, we're going to step away. We'll take this break. We'll come back. 49 seconds remaining on the American Legion scoreboard. The Rough Riders lead 8-6. Back in a moment.
Are you looking for a fun place to grab a bite to eat and a few drinks? Then stop by Roots Pub on Spring Street in downtown St. Mary's. The kitchen is open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. The food menu still has all the classic favorites, but now also has some tasty new options. Roots Pub always has a game on and has live entertainment every weekend from some of the best bands around. Check out our Facebook page for a full entertainment schedule and daily food specials. Roots Pub, your go-to place for great food, cold drinks, and a fun atmosphere.
Hey there, Rough Rider Country. If you need a van, truck, car, SUV, motorcycle, camper, boat, or any other form of transportation, come on down to Schaff Auto Sales. I know you got vehicle needs, and I got needs too. I need to know that you got the right kind of truck to get the job done. And I need to know that you got a fun set of wheels to cruise around in. And I need to know that your kids are safe when you take them for a ride.
Thanks, Aaron High, the car guy.
I'm Aaron High, the car guy with
Ott. That's a good thing, too, because Etzker looked pretty open.
Yeah. Yep. So that'll bring up a third down, and we'll call it 7. That's the Mincer Bank money down for this Rough Rider defense. We'll see if they can rise to the occasion. If they can stop them here, they'll get the ball in fairly decent position, field position.
I don't think OG will be going for it on 4th here.
But they got to play this one. 3rd and 7. Kuhlman back. He's got plenty of time, and he's got a man open, and
picked off.
It's picked off. Good job there by Parker Beam, who picked off the pass from Kuhlman, and that's a Spring Street Storage turnover.
Man, I saw that whole play develop, Joe. He was wide open. He did a little, the OG receiver did a little wheel route, and it was very similar to the Walpock game last week. It was wide open, but the quarterback didn't see it soon enough. And so finally when he threw it, Parker Beam was just kind of backpedaling and able to get under it without having to worry about that the receiver was open. Great job from Parker Beam finding the ball, and a little bit of extracurriculars afterwards. I don't see any flags down, though.
The ruling on the field is an interception. It'll be first down. Mary.
That's what I thought he was going to say. The play's under review, and I thought, no way. So the turnover, the Spring Street Storage turnover, gives the ball back to the Rough Riders. 1st and 10. The ball is placed at their own 34-yard line. 25 ticks remaining here in the first quarter. Pitch it to Caleb Schmidt. We'll give Caleb a gain of about 4 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 6.
Gain of 4 will bring up 2nd and 6 at the Rider 38-yard line.
Checking in is Dylan Fink, number 11. Caleb Schmidt will run to the sideline. Aiden Meinerding will be your quarterback.
On that toss there, they had Trey Moore going the other direction, like a reverse.
Yep.
And just enough pause, gave enough pause to OG to allow him to get open.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score on the American Legion scoreboard. The St. Mary's Rough Riders 8, the OG Titans 6. We'll step away for this break. We'll be right back.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs and all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles, 767. People helping people.
St. Mary's Rider Rooters has been a pillar of support for all St. Mary's athletes for well over 40 years. Our current membership drive is ongoing, and it has its perks. consider joining in support of the St. Mary's athletes. Join us at the game or scan the QR code. Go Riders!
Back as we get ready to start second quarter of action from Grand Lake Health Systems Field. The Rough Riders will have it 1st and 10, ball at their own 38-yard line. Minor Dane, we got a Roots penalty flag thrown. We've got procedure on the Rough Riders, so that'll move it back and make it 2nd down and 11.
I think Trey Moore had a little flinch here. Can't do that as a split end. You got to go on ball movement.
Yep, that'll do it. So Minor Dane will go back in with the play from head coach Bo Fry. 2nd down and 11.
Resetting the game clock.
So they'll reset the clock to 12 minutes. 2nd down and 11 for the Rough Riders. Trey Moore goes wide to the left. Mabry Osborne in the backfield. Moore in motion. Give the ball to Trey Moore. And he'll get maybe a yard or two.
And Trey had some space there. He kind of should have took that to the outside.
I agree. He had blockers out there. He had both Osborne and Mabry out there. If he would have bounced to the outside of them, I think he'd have been able to pick up a few more yards, but he just ran right into the hands of the OG defender for a gain of about 1. Kessler, and he'll get close to the 40-yard line.
Most of the time we see Kessler roll out, he's looking to run. Couldn't see downfield. Didn't look like he had much open or somewhere to throw. Would like to see him kind of be a little bit more aggressive if he's going to get out there. Just do it right away and get to the outside because you got to get a 1st down.
It'll be 4th down and we'll call it 6 on the play. Triplet. Nice punt. And it'll drive Evers back to about the 14-yard line. Good coverage there by the Rough Rider defense. Dominic Osborne. And also down on the play is Ryan Ruvolt. So it'll be OG's football, 1st and 10. The ball will be placed at their own 21-yard line. So Rough Riders could use a turnover, a takeaway right now. A Spring Street Storage takeaway.
Yeah, the defense came up with it last time. Offense not able to capitalize, and now defense needs to step up again.
Evers. And we'll give him a gain of about 2 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 8. Now they're going to give him a gain of 1. 2nd and 9.
Taken down by Taylor Compton, number 32.
Deegan Miller will go wide to the left, and he'll be covered by Luke Bournes. We'll see if Peyton Coleman will look that way. See if he can get the ball to Miller in the air, and that's exactly where he's going to go. Miller does a in and out, and it's going to be caught by Nolan Horseman.
Way too much time for that quarterback to be able to wait for somebody to get open. There's just no way your defensive backs down the field can stay on them that long. There were 3 Rough Riders there that all went in the middle.
They all went down.
And all went down. Somebody's got to take an outside position on that.
Good job by Noah Dixon on the takedown. It'll be 1st and 10 for the OG Titans at the 39-yard line. Miller wide to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Coleman is going to launch it out there. The pass is intended. Do we have? Pass was intended for Vinny Brinkman. I want
I
to
think
say
St. Mary's looking for a grounding on that.
Well, there is a Roots penalty flag on the field. It's right at the arrow at the 40-yard line. Right where the officials are standing. He's going to pick it up right about now.
Offensive pass interference.
Well, you don't see that one very often.
No.
That's a big one. It is. 15-yard penalty. Ball will be placed at the 24-yard line of OG.
Someone over there right in front of OG coaches must have pushed off a little bit trying to get open.
Yeah. First and 25 for the Titans. Coleman on the keeper. Brought down by.
Coleman looks like he winces every time he gets up from one of these.
Yeah. Cameron Dameyer's playing good football for the Rough Riders at linebacker. He's 6th in the Western Buckeye League in tackles. And he's got a nose for the football.
He sure does.
He'll find it.
Although we've talked about that before, it's not necessarily a good thing when your linebacker's leading too much because that means your D-line's not getting enough.
Exactly. Coleman puts it in the air, goes across it. It's almost picked off. Almost picked off by Parker Beam.
It would have been a second.
Yep.
Brings up 3rd and 21. Money down!
Minster Bank money down for the Rough Rider defense. I see Logan Childs in the ball game, number 22. He's back at one of the safeties, one of the deep safeties. So it's almost like a prevent type of defense. Obviously, you don't want to get beat deep, but again, I've always thought with a prevent defense like this, there's a lot of holes that are open, especially in the look in the middle of the field.
Well, you want to they're just handing the ball off.
Evers on the carry. He'll make it to about the 40-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds. Caleb Turner in on the stop. Also Noah Dixon's in there. Matt Murray in on the stop as well.
They're going to keep the offense on the field, Joe.
Wow, 4th down and 8 for the OG Titan. Now this is a big down for this Rough Rider defense. They stop it here. They've got excellent field position. And maybe, well, yeah. Coolman, it's quick kick. Oh, what's it, like a line drive? What's that? We got a Roost Pub penalty flag on the field.
I think it's going to be
illegal shift.
Yep. I think just false start. Two guys kind of pitching.
Well, now they're going to go back into the punting formation, but that was a good quick kick, although it went like 3.5 feet off the ground.
Yeah, wide receiver on this side took off before the play, so I think we'll see their full punt team now.
Yep. Jacob Kessler will stand at about the 30-yard line, his own 30-yard line, to receive the punt.
I wouldn't want to punt it to Jacob Kessler either, though, you know?
Yeah. Caden Fenbert will do the punting for the OG Titans. No, that's number 12. That's going to do the punting.
Carson Yeager.
Good return by Kessler.
Yeah, didn't do a bunch of dancing, just put his head down and got positive yardage. Tried to find a hole down the sideline.
So the Rough Riders will have it 1st and 10. The ball will be placed at their own 47-yard line. 8:12 remaining here in the first half.
Good little dive off the right side from Osborne. Just call that a 5 dive.
Yep.
Right over his guard and tackle. He did a nice job of stepping through some traffic.
Yep. We'll give him a gain of 5 on the play. Nice offensive line surge by the offense. Minerding turns, and really no place to go there. Caleb Schmidt on the carry. Here comes Minerding in the ball game. Amborski's a center. Terry Amborski's 5'10 senior. Give the ball to Osborne, and he's going to dive forward. It looks to me like he's got a Fowler TV first down. The officials say move the sticks, that he does. So the Rough Riders will get a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10, the ball in OG territory. It'll be placed at the 43-yard line of the Titans.
Thought that was a pretty generous spot there, actually.
Yeah.
It's tough to see exactly where it came down, but we'll take it.
Mabry in the wing. Moore split out to the right. Pitch, it goes to Osborne. Osborne gets to the 40-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 3 on the play.
Gain of 3, bring up 2nd and 7 from the OG 40-yard line.
6.5 minutes ticking down right now, and St. Mary's doesn't look like they mind letting it go and trying to get a score in right before half and not give OG too much time.
I don't know if we can get a replay on this prior to the play, but did you see the offensive line?
No.
If we check. Well, you can't see it. It's not good. But look how far he's off of the. It's like they got a bow here.
Yeah.
But you talked to Bill about that, right? About you just can't be in the backfield.
Right.
Can't have no more than 4 in the backfield. Let's see if they do it again on this one. But this is a little bit better.
Yeah, there's a lot of bow there.
Counter back. Fink on the carry.
Well, 4th down territory for the Riders. It's been like this all year. Pretty much on the other side of the 50, they're going to be going for it on 4th down and probably 5 or less.
Yeah, we're going to call it 4th and a long 2. Ball is placed at the 35-yard line of OG. Give the ball to Mabry. He's got a hole to the 30. Spins, and he's going to be down to the 21-yard line. That's Colton Mabry's longest run of the night. And they're going to be close to the Sean Barnett Electrical red zone. They're going to be a yard shy before they enter that. But it'll be 1st and 10, another Fowler TV first down. You can see it there on our Larry Schaff Auto Sale Instant Replay. And don't forget, you'll see a lot of these highlights tomorrow on the St. Mary's Foundry Highlight Show.
Great block from Dylan Fink right there. He really opened that up. Good play call, too. No OG defenders on that side of the ball. They're all looking for something up the middle, I think.
The Rough Riders enter into the Sean Barnett Electrical red zone on the carry by Dylan Fink. So we'll give him a gain of about 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 7. Kessler rolls. He's just going to keep it. And he loses the football. And the turnover will give the ball back to the OG Titans. That was run all the way. It's a Spring Street turnover. This was a run all the way. He's going to tuck it right there, and then somebody reaches in right there, knocks the ball on the ground, and that's all she wrote. So the turnover will give the ball back to the OG Titans. The ball is placed at the Titan 14-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, the wide receivers that were out on routes weren't even looking for the ball. That was you're right, that was a called run.
By design. So we'll see if the Rough Rider defense can get the ball back for the offense, who showed a little more sign of life on that particular drive. Boom. Boy, and there again is Cameron Dameyer. He just put the final stick on him, but good job by that defensive line. Owen Ott in on the stop.
Yeah, Vinny Brinkman looks like a strong runner, but so far the Rough Rider defense has done a great job of bottling up a lot of the rushes from OG. OG's got 12 rushes for 53 yards.
Second down and 8. Ball is at the 16-yard line, and his ball's knocked down.
Yeah, great job, 97 on that. Robert Williams. Should be able to see it right here. Robert Williams, boom. That's the senior.
Yep, Mr. Bank. Money down for the Rough Riders. And I'll tell you what, I've been looking because they've had a couple of defensive linemen. We have not seen Hayden Davis in the ball game. Coolman goes back for the pass. It's going to be a first down. Pass is caught by number 1. That's Ethan Metzger. And remember last year, I think Hayden Davis missed about 4 or 5 ball games due to injury.
Yeah.
Again, we don't know if he's injured or if he's just out of the ball game or whatever the case may be. But
Titans will go 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Titans. 2:38 remaining. Riders lead on the American Legion scoreboard 8-6. Give the ball to Evers. Evers will gain about 8 on the play. We'll call it second down and 2.
Titans do have all 3 timeouts left. 2 minutes clock ticking down now on the clock. They'll be able to use those if they're able to get a couple more first downs here.
Nice pitch and catch from Coleman to Deegan Miller. And on the stop, I believe, was Luke Bournes.
Yeah, good stick from Luke Bournes. But you don't want OG to be able to walk down the field like that.
Exactly. We had a Miller Funeral Home timeout called on the field. We'll take a break. We'll come back right after this.
Hi, I'm Jay Gibson, proud owner of Varsity Lanes since 2003. Visit Varsity Lanes for exceptional fun and mouth-watering food. Opt for our classic ham and cheese or choose from various other delectable options. Every Friday night, join Rough Rider fans in the lounge for food, drinks, and St. Mary's football. Can't make it? Takeout and delivery services available. Varsity Lanes is your go-to spot for daily lunch specials and dinner options. Whether you dine in, take out, or opt for delivery, Varsity Lanes, locally owned and operated, and the home of state bowling champions, and where amazing dining meets fun. Tempted? Visit or call us now. Have you made the call yet?
We did.
1:44 remaining here in the first half. Don't forget to join us on our Guarneri Pizzeria and Pub halftime show. We'll have the Rough Rider trivia question, the Big Ralph Rider replay, and Zach will be talking with Alumni Association President Bill Gellemeyer. Coleman passes incomplete. He hit Ethan Metzger right on the money, just wasn't able to haul it in. So it'll bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, when Coleman's got enough time like he has tonight, he can make some pretty accurate, strong throws. He's a senior. We've seen him a couple of years now, and he continues to improve.
Give a lot of credit to the OG offensive line. They're doing a pretty good job up front.
They are. The Riders are lucky that OG's just scored once so far this half. The defense has done a great job of sort of bending but not breaking, making some big stops in the red zone.
Owen Ott running him down, passes out, and it is incomplete. But when you look at that offensive line for OG, you're looking at sizes of 240, 245, 255, and 270 up front. So they've got some pretty big boys up front.
Yeah, and Coleman does a good job of maximizing his pocket too. We've seen the pocket collapse a couple times, and Coleman's just simply slid out 5 or 6 yards left or right. And bought himself another 2 or 3 seconds.
Semester Bank money down for the Rough Rider defense, of course, more of a prevent type defense. And the pass is incomplete. Pass was intended for Grant Evers. And that'll bring up 4th down and long for the OG Titans.
So far, a battle of the punters, Joe. Three punts for St. Mary's. This will be the second punt for OG. Just 12 first downs between both teams.
Carson Yeager back to punt for OG. That's a low liner. It's going to hit at about the 27-yard line. And it'll take a Rough Rider bounce. So the Rough Rider will have the football with 1:21 remaining. They lead by 2, 8-6 on the American Legion scoreboard. We'll see what the Rough Rider offense elects to do. Boy, you just kind of sit here and you just wait for them to just all of a sudden, boom, bust one.
Yeah, we've seen flashes
big yardage.
Of it. Yeah. Colton Mabry, he cuts that toss back towards the middle and he's gone. There's been a couple opportunities, but really, it's tough to get big plays on OG though. They're fundamentally sound. Yep. They know how to play the wing tee, and they don't get caught out of position very much.
Osborne, Trey Moore wide to the left. Mabry in motion, turn, give the ball to Schmidt. Nice run, and that'll be enough for a Fowler TV first down.
Well, this is part of the St. Mary's 2-minute offense. So you can spread it out. So you got, I think they call it Ram and Lion, and you got a couple receivers out there, and it also opens up the trap up the middle with just a single fullback.
Yep, we got a Miller Funeral Home timeout on the field. We'll take a break. We'll come back right after this.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Rough Rider Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Rough Rider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Call Guarneri's during or after the game to place your pickup order for pizza, wings, or hoagies at 419-394-2244. Remember, Guarneri's, home of the signature Big Ralph.
Back at Grand Lake Health System Field, Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, 1:13 remaining on the American Legion scoreboard here in the first half. The Hall of Fame game tonight. We talked during the pregame. It will be a battle. It'll be basically a battle of the defenses as we talked about, because both of these teams are ranked in the Western Buckeye League. Total defense for OG, they're second in the league. St. Mary's is third, and here comes Minerding. He'll bounce it to the outside. He's to the 45, and then he is going to be brought down by a host of OG Titans.
The scoreboard's showing Rough Riders have 2 timeouts, but I think that was their second timeout.
I think they just moved it.
Okay.
So it'll be second down and 1 for the OG Titans, and we've got a timeout on the field. A Miller Funeral Home timeout. We'll take another break. We'll be right back.
St. Mary's Rider Rooters has been a pillar of support for all St. Mary's athletes for well over 40 years. Our current membership drive is ongoing, and it has its perks. Consider joining in support of the St. Mary's athletes. Join us at the game or scan the QR code. Go Riders!
Always Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or AuglazyEquipmentRental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Auglazy Equipment Rental.
55 ticks remaining here in the first half. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. Glad to have you along wherever you may be watching.
And how much does that penalty and two-point conversion loom large right now, doesn't it?
Yep. Dylan Fink on the carry. It should be close to a Fowler TV first down. It is. It'll stop the clock. They'll move the chains. They can't start it until they, I don't understand that.
Yeah, the chains didn't look set yet, but
and I thought the officials had to set it in motion. To start the play. I didn't see anything. So they kind of threw it into the ground. No time ran off the clock. So here comes Minerding back into the ball game.
So that'll be 2nd and 10 now.
Second down and 10. Minerding fakes. Kessler's going to go up. He's overthrown it.
They're going to call, I think, pass interference on that,
and they should. If we got a shot of it, I think the defender had Kessler by the jersey. So that's a Roots penalty flag on the play.
It's one of those you got to grab the guy because you just got beat, right?
Yep. Well, two officials saw it. Both flags were in the same vicinity. So
got holding on the defense. Number 18, 10-yard penalty. 8-second down.
So they called it holding. So they said the ball was not in the air yet when the guy grabbed him, which would make sense because it was on the pump fake, I think.
Yeah.
Tough to see on that angle, but you can see the flags coming in there on the bottom. Yeah. And we saw it with our eyes, right?
Yep. It'll be first down, not second down, as the official said. So it'll be first down for the Rough Riders because the enforcement was a 10-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage. So.
Yeah, it's got to be first down.
Correction.
All right.
First down. 7 seconds went off the clock. 41 seconds remaining. Borski brings the ball out. Kessler wide to the right again. Pass out, the hook and ladder, and it goes to Osborne.
Well executed.
Very well executed, and of course, Andy will have to figure that out because it becomes a reception for Kessler and a run from Osborne.
Yeah, I think Osborne gets all the positive yards after the position where it was lateral. We had quite a few of those a few years ago, if you remember, with Eric Spicer running a couple for touchdowns.
1st and 10, Rough Riders, 34 seconds. Minerding goes back. He's going to launch one, and that's not a good pass.
Well, it looks like OG came down with it. There is a flag.
They're going to say they're going to place it at the 1-yard line, but I don't know who caught it.
I think they're going to say OG caught that. OG definitely came up with it on the. You can see it here. Nice camera work from our people. Yeah. No. Number 17. I think they're talking now is whether it's on the 1-yard line or it's a touchback. They're setting it on the 1-yard line though.
17 for OG is Gage
First
Bellman.
down, Ottawa.
It'll be at the first down. That is a Spring Street turnover for the Rough Riders. An ill-advised pass by Aiden Minerding. He threw it into double coverage, and obviously the OG Titans come up with the football. They got 99 yards to go in 24 seconds. We'll see how they handle this. And I think they'll just try to move the ball out from the shadow of their goal line, but they want to call a timeout to think it over. So we've got a Miller Funeral Home timeout called on the field. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.smaf.org. mhsaf.com, or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Rider Nation Station, Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, 24 ticks remaining. Ball is at the 1 for OG. Coleman will just lunge it. Ball's out! It's picked up.
That's why give him the touchdown. Give him the touchdown. They're marking it at the 1 yard line.
Luke Bournes comes up with a loose ball.
They try. OG tried to QB sneak, and I don't think the quarterback ever had the ball. Luke Bournes grabs it and falls down right before the goal line.
There it is. Bournes has it, and he stretches for the goal line, but he comes up short. So the ball will be inside the 1 yard line, and an excellent opportunity. A Spring Street Storage turnover for this Rough Rider defense. They hustle to the line of scrimmage. Full house in the backfield. Turn. Give the ball. Touchdown. Osborne. That was big turn of events right there.
What a change of events there. What a turn in the momentum. I said the ball was bouncing in OG's favor early on, and fortunately we got some of that luck back. Good job by Luke Bournes being right there, picking it up, and good job from the offense because you got no timeouts left. You got to put that ball in the end zone.
Exactly. Brady Triplett on to attempt the point after. That Jackalope Stash touchdown followed by this Jackalope Stash point after. Ramel puts it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And a big turn of events with 15 ticks remaining. And it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 15, the OG Titans 6 on the American Legion scoreboard. We'll be back with the Varsity Lanes kickoff right after this.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their 3-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
This Rough Rider kickoff is being brought to you by our friends at Varsity Lanes in St. Mary's, home of the state bowling champions. 15-6 on the American Legion scoreboard. 15 seconds remaining.
OG does still have one timeout left.
Grant Evers back to receive. It's ball's low roller. Picked up. They're going to fake the handoff. Evers is going to bounce to the outside. Triplett knocks him out of bounds. Good job by Brady Triplett staying home as the safety and taking him out of bounds, or he may have taken that one to the house.
That's huge with only 7 seconds left on the clock now. Good job, Brady Triplett. Saw him score some goals this week.
Oh, did you?
Against OG in soccer. And look at him out here on the football field, potentially with a big touchdown-saving tackle right there.
Well, we'll see if the Titans are going to put it in the air to see if they can get 6 points on the board with 7 ticks remaining on the American Legion scoreboard.
Earlier in the game, we saw them run it from a position like this, but they don't have enough time to do that now, 7 seconds.
Coleman's going to go back. He's going to look across the middle. He's looking for Miller, and it's caught. But that's going to be the end of the first half with the score on the American Legion scoreboard. The St. Mary's Rough Riders 15, the OG Titans 16. We'll be back with the Guarneri Pizzeria and Pub halftime show and our trivia question right after this.
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach. If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343. Wondering what it would cost to have a generator for your home or business? Contact Sean Barnett Electrical for a complimentary estimate for installation and yearly maintenance.
Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful. Wow! I'm in Sean's corner, and Sean will be in yours for all your electrical needs.
The importance of quality driver's education for our teens is essential. Capabilities has provided classroom and in-car driving instruction for St. Mary's and surrounding communities for over 20 years. Live classroom and online options are available for our students. Capabilities also administers the Ohio BMV driver's exam for our students and the general public. Contact Capabilities today to learn more about our driver's education services.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
In need of a marketing idea for your business or organization? From concept to execution, we are your go-to for promotional products, signage, apparel, print materials, graphic design, and fundraising. Freedom Marketing Strategies is a Rough Rider-owned business with over 50 years of marketing, graphic design, and fundraising support. Call Sissy or Gail today to get started.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field, and our Rough Rider trivia question tonight. It's a good one. Once again, sent in by our friend Joe Ginner, who is our crack researcher. Here's the question. Name the college football Hall of Fame coach that coached former Rough Rider Jim Davis in 1955, that would be your grandfather, at Bowling Green, and also coached Tim Fortney in 1967 at Miami of Ohio. Once again, name the college football Hall of Fame coach that coached former Rough Rider Jim Davis in 1955 at Bowling Green and Tim Fortney in 1967 at Miami of Ohio. So you can go ahead and submit your answers in the comment section. Yeah, we can go ahead and put this. We can put the pictures up. That's Tim Fortney right there, and then the other picture happens to be Jim Davis carrying the football.
I think that was I think he was still in high school in this photo. You can see their helmets at the time, and he was number 88. Yep. That's a neat photo. I had never seen this photo before until a couple weeks ago.
That's cool. That's cool. So submit your answer in the comment section. I'm going to turn it over to Zach. He's going to bring you up to speed with some of the statistics in the first half. Then we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk with high school alumni, Memorial High School Alumni Foundation President Bill Kellemeyer. So Zach, it's all yours.
Yeah, the statistics are very interesting, Joe. First downs, St. Mary's 7, OG 10. St. Mary's total yards, just 96, OG 212. St. Mary's is 3 for 6 passing, more passing completions this week than the entire season combined. One interception, though, unfortunately. OG is 9 for 21 passing with 1 interception. Passing net yards, St. Mary's 19, OG 151. St. Mary's has 21 rushes for 77 yards. OG has 14 rushes for 61 yards. Both teams have lost a fumble. Looking at penalties, St. Mary's has 1 penalty for 5 yards. Pretty clean game. OG has 3 penalties for 30 yards. Third down conversions, St. Mary's is 1 for 5, and OG is 3 for 7. Punting, St. Mary's 3 punts for 111 total yards, longest being the 47-yarder. OG 2 punts for 67 total yards, longest being the 37-yarder. Average drive start, huge so far for St. Mary's, 43.5-yard line. OG 25.7-yard line, and the time of possession almost equal. 12 minutes and 1 second for St. Mary's, 11 minutes and 59 seconds for OG. St. Mary's, Aiden Meinerding's 2 for 4 for 17 yards. Jacob Kessler's 1 for 2 for -3 yards. Rushing, Dominic Osborne, just 7 rushes for 17 yards. Caleb Schmidt, 4 rushes for 19 yards. And Colton Mabry, 3 rushes for 15 yards. The OG defense is doing an excellent job of stopping the potent Rough Rider rushing attack tonight. Trey Moore has 1 reception for 10 yards, and Jacob Kessler has 1 reception for 7 yards on that hook and ladder. OG, Peyton Coleman, 9 for 21 for 151 yards. Rushing, Peyton Coleman, 7 rushes for 9 yards. Grant Evers, 5 rushes for 37 yards. And Vinny Brinkman, 2 rushes for 15 yards. Receiving leaders for OG, Deegan Miller, 4 catches for 75 yards. And Ethan Metzger, 2 catches for 32 yards. That's a look at the statistics. Hopefully we're going to see a lot more statistics in the second half on the St. Mary's side. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have Bill Kellemeyer, president of the St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation, to talk a little bit about tonight's Hall of Fame induction ceremony and the Memorial High School Alumni Foundation in general. We'll be back right after this.
In need of a marketing idea for your business or organization? From concept to execution, we are your go-to for promotional products, signage, apparel, print materials, graphic design, and fundraising. Freedom Marketing Strategies is a Rough Rider-owned business with over 50 years of marketing, graphic design, and fundraising support. Call Sissy or Gail today to get started.
St. Mary's traditions include football, SMAB, and Fowler's TV. Founded in 1957 by Richard and Peggy, Fowler's TV is celebrated, like a Rough Rider first down, for its dedication to high-quality electronics, custom installations of indoor and outdoor TVs, Sonos sound systems, surveillance systems, and so much more. With 12 months of special financing available on approved credit, shopping local has never been better. Fowler's knowledgeable and friendly staff uphold the tradition of exceptional customer care, servicing only what they sell with the same or next day service.
I don't always put a new roof on my house, but when I do, I call Eric Anderson with Grand Lake Roofing.
If you're looking for a fast, reliable, trustworthy roofing service, give myself and my team a call at Grand Lake Roofing, 567-890-ROOF.
Well, welcome back, everyone, to the Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub halftime show. I'm Zach Farrell, and it's my honor to be joined tonight by Bill Kellemeyer, president of the St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation. Bill, what a great night in St. Mary's, huh?
Yes, it is. Big night tonight with the Hall of Fame and the induction of 8 new inductees to the Hall of Fame for 2024. 8 outstanding individuals who are quite accomplished and very deserving. And, Zach, we always appreciate the opportunity to come and talk to you this night.
Just checked my watch because I was wondering if any of the rain had started out there. It looks like it's staying clear, and I hope for the honorees and their families' sake that it continues that way. We're going to show some video here of some of the honorees from before the game. What an awesome event that we put on every year for the foundation. Like you said, 8 new honorees. Let's talk a little bit about the Alumni Foundation and your fundraisers and your events and your goals throughout the year.
Well, this obviously with the Hall of Fame night, we always have our annual raffle. Diana Pendleton Dominguez heads that up for us, and she does an outstanding job ever since we've kind of brought that concept into the Hall of Fame night. She heads that up, but like I said, she does an outstanding job. It is a huge fundraiser for us, and our goal is to collect money in, put it back out to the school system in support of programs for the school system and the kids. So it's not like we're just sitting there holding on to money for the sake of holding on to it. Sure, we want to build a solid foundation, but we're trying to do things for the kids in the school system, and that's a major one. With annual T-shirt sales, we kind of thought about the whole Notre Dame. They have the shirt every year, and so we kind of delve into that concept. Gail Mason Brink comes up with the designs. We kind of tidied up together as a committee, so we do that annually. That's been a good fundraiser for us. With the Writer Talk that we've done downtown at the theater the last few years, we do a little auction with that, so we've tied in some fundraising with that. So I think we feel like if we do some of those major events like that and tie a little fundraising into it successful, then allows us to do some smaller stuff, but we don't feel as much pressure because we do want to build money up for the school system and the benefit of the system and the kids. So it takes a little bit less pressure off to just constantly be doing that with a big event.
Well, it's been one of the most successful organizations, I think, over the last 10 years. You continue to build and grow every year. We've seen the helmet that the kids run out of.
The helmet.
Lots of improvements on the field through different sports, through different organizations and clubs, and lots of events. Like you said, I think one of the one of the most interesting and the most beneficial things that you do are sponsor some of the events at the theater,
Sure.
the Rider Talk.
Yeah.
Those for somebody that hasn't been to one of those events, they are amazing. You learn so much about St. Mary's. You learn so much about these people's lives. So I appreciate that the Alumni Foundation continues to bring events like that to
Well,
St.
yeah,
Mary's.
I mean, like just the other night, Tom Petter had his with Mr. Grinrod, and one of our Hall of Fame inductees, Laura Spencer Yelton. She was a part of that the other night. Unfortunately, I was down with a little bit of a cold, so I couldn't get there. I planned on it. And that was a successful event. We try to reach across, not just athletics, but the arts and academics, and just try to touch every category. A lot of times we'll say, well, we're trying to back the things that also back our Hall of Fame with athletic and professional achievement, military service, all those. We just try to reach across the spectrum and support programs any way we can. It's for the benefit of the community and the school system at large.
I want to try to give all 8 of our honorees tonight a little bit of a introduction and honor them as much as I can here. We've heard you talk. Heard you talk about them earlier during the ceremony, and then also on the field. But for everybody else that's listening at home, I wanted to try to talk about them. I'm amazed every year. You've been doing this since 2007, and you think that the pool would be getting a little tritated, but it's not. Every year you look at these 8, you look at these honorees, and they are outstanding people with huge achievements, and many of them we don't know about until they're introduced here, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is the type of talent, and this is the type of education and small town community is raising these type of people that go out and do amazing things, and also do amazing things for our community.
Sure. When you look at Dr. Stroh, you talked about her book, and the basis of her book is just being able to trust people, trust the community. Where does that come from? Being raised in St. Mary's. So that, it's not that they forget where they came from. They just go out in other places, a lot of times here in the area as well. Not to say they all leave, but in her case, she's out west in California, and she's done great things, but she's never lost sight and doesn't forget St. Mary's.
Yeah, Dr. Linda K. Stroh, class of 1966, earned several degrees and really wrote several books now.
Yes. Yep. Over 100 articles.
Yep, 100 articles, been featured on NBC Nightly News, CNN, CNBC, NPR. Her big book was called Trust Rules: How to Tell the Good Guys from the Bad Guys in Work and Life, and it's been featured over many things. I've heard this week lots of people talk about her book and about her, and as you said, she uses allegories in her life of growing up in St. Mary's. That's how she learned to trust people, and how she figured out how she could trust people out there in the bigger world, as we say.
Yeah, and the top executives, it was, put that book on your nightstand and read it each night before you go to bed. That's how important that book was. So, yeah.
We also had a dam engineer.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm saying that as a joke, because Doug Spencer told me that I had to use dam engineer as much as possible on air.
Yeah.
But that's Rick Peppelman.
Yeah.
Rick Peppelman was the class of 1979, and he was the chief engineer for the United States Army Corps of Engineers in the Sacramento region. And part of his job there was chief engineer, and his biggest projects were on dams.
Yeah.
These are massive dams that have reshaped flooding in the area, helped that out obviously immensely, and reshaped the very crucial, for anybody that's ever lived out west or had family or friends out west, they really care about their water rights and their dams, and figuring out how they can maintain those.
You look at the states that he was responsible for. It's a lot of the western part of the country, and millions of dollars with the one dam. Took them like 12 years to construct, design, and get it. I guess construct's part of that, but it took them 12 years from start to finish, and thousands of lives, hundreds of thousands of lives are improved because of that. So in a 39-year career, he just did outstanding things out there, and he's still out there in California, and he's not done working. He retired from the Army Corps of Engineers, but he's out doing other work yet in his area of expertise. So, absolutely.
And, if we think some local projects are expensive, he worked on $8 billion in dam and levee projects.
Yeah, that makes maybe a football stadium or something like that look like a small potatoes, right?
Sure does. We got to talk a little bit about Laura K. Spencer Yelton. I've known Laura my whole life. She's been friends with my mother, graduated high school with her. Laura is one of those individuals that does so many things in our community that you forget that she was the first state champion from Memorial High School?
A community that we would have to probably say largely identified by the game of football, which we all love. Zach and I, we both played, but the first state champion, it was an individual, Laura K. Spencer Yelton, and then went on to college and did great things at Eastern Kentucky University, and then came back to, talk about coming back to St. Mary's, has been a part of the community for over 30 years and an instrumental part of the community, not just here, but she's giving back to the community, which is important. It's an important lesson for young people to learn.
She won the state title in floor exercise and gymnastics in 1977. Went on to have a collegiate career at EKU, and like you said, she's being inducted for athletic achievement, but really she could also probably be inducted for service to St. Mary's schools and community as well.
Well, that's sometimes the issue we run into. We have people that come in and they could go in another category, but we try to identify their strongest category, and then we try to include that other information, and she would be one of those. Yep.
Yeah, and without skipping a beat, John Andrioni, Mr. Andrioni.
Yeah.
Everyone. I think everyone I've ever talked to about Mr. Andrioni had a great story about him. Just loved his personality. Loved learning. Learned so much about the outdoors and from him. I for 49 years he had a column in the paper, For the Birds, of course.
Yeah.
And that's just it's incredible. I'm 37 years old, so longer than my entire life, plus 12 years.
Yep.
He worked on that column, just well known in the community, gave back as much as he could. I had so many interesting conversations with him. It was interesting. He would always find a way. I think one of his biggest strengths was personally relating to you when he was talking to you.
I had Mr. A in class. That part of his plaque script, it was not the part that I had written, but the dry sense of humor. God, did he have a dry sense of humor? And he was a great guy. Just one of those characters, but a character in a great way.
And he was inducted for service to St. Mary's City Schools.
Correct.
As a teacher, but I knew he's a teacher, but I didn't have him in class, so I always knew him as the Florida Birds guy and the guy that would come and talk to me about the carp derby, because I was running the carp derby and he was so interested in that and some of our ecology benefits and such.
Well, I would tell people, he's one of those that proves the young kids that teachers aren't vampires that live in a closet and come out each morning. We actually have lives outside of the classroom, and he certainly had a life outside of the classroom.
We don't need to we can't leave out our military service.
No.
We've got 4 of them right here, 3 of which were died in service, killed in action.
Yes.
First one, Private Vernon E. Schnelly. He was I believe he was class of
33.
33, okay.
Yes, 33. He quit high school after his freshman year, and then they just recently posthumously awarded him his high school diploma, which was great. I'm glad the St. Mary's City Schools did that. He and he had brothers when he passed away. He had brothers that were also serving, multiple brothers, and so what just a tremendous deal for that family. But he gave his life in service to his country.
Part of the historic D-Day landing at Utah Beach.
Yes.
You hear about these things in the movies.
Correct.
And we forget that 1 or 2 generations ago, these were St. Mary's high school kids out there on the beach of Normandy on June 6, 1944, and made the ultimate sacrifice. Colonel Howard W. Schultz, former mayor of St. Mary's, also just an immense career through World War II, working his way up to colonel, leading several battalions.
Truly an example of a guy that wouldn't ask things out of his troops that he wouldn't do himself. We talk about leadership and being that guy. If you want people to follow you, you got to be willing to do. He did. Fortunately, he survived, came back and lived quite a life in St. Mary's. But leadership by example, for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of good stories Wednesday night, actually, from Tom Petter.
Yep.
Because the Petters lived next to Mr. Schultz.
Oh, okay. Did not realize that.
Howard Schultz came over and built him a basketball hoop.
Oh, wow.
So, lead by example guy during World War II, and also lead by example guy as a neighbor, I guess, and coming next door.
Yep.
Let's talk about the Swigerts.
The Swigert brothers, really. Carter died just after the end of World War II. did all these airdrops and stuff, and then it's an air accident that takes his life after serving his country, and then his other brother Orville, who died on D-Day. A family to lose two of their sons.
What a sacrifice that one family had to make for our freedom, and just amazing.
Well, and it caught my eye with Carter. They had a young son that lived, and I finally put those pieces together the other day, and my uncle knew that son very well, and so it just kind of brought that home to me. But, yeah, the Swigert family, to have both those boys, with a matter of months, pass away in service to their country. So
Carter was the Memorial High School class of 1937, and he was valedictorian.
Valedictorian, yeah.
If that doesn't tell you what kind of, we think of valedictorians sometimes as maybe they're going to go off to college and kind of and avoid military service. No.
Nope, that was not a time when you did those sorts of things.
So he was a radio operator for 3 years during the wartime. 500 hours of flying time with the troops, and unfortunately passed away, as you said, just a couple weeks after World War II ended in a tragic accident.
Yeah.
Staff Sergeant Orville Swigert passed away from his wounds that he received as part of the D-Day
invasion with the
Germans.
Yeah.
Part of that family, obviously, brothers.
Yes.
And he was class of 1935. I thought it was interesting. A lot of these individuals worked at Goodyear. Worked at the foundry.
Yep.
Still buildings that we still recognize as employers in our community.
Yeah. Still part of the fabric of our community.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they went off to war and paid the ultimate sacrifice. His story was interesting. He got trained on gliders.
Yeah.
So I went. If you have a chance to go down to the Air Force Museum in Dayton, they have examples of these gliders there.
Yeah.
And they were pretty rudimentary.
Primitive. Tubes and wood and fabric, and here you go. Your life is dependent on this, and they had no gasoline on those, and they're dropping all kinds of equipment and men, and
the amount of courage that it would take.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about courage. Courage in war would be certainly a thing.
Well, he trained in North Carolina and then went to England and I guess demonstrated it for Churchill and Dwight Eisenhower.
Yeah.
And unfortunately paid the ultimate sacrifice there on D-Day, fighting the Germans on that invasion.
Yeah. They're just tremendous stories, and I know when you start to you work through these with the committee and putting these plaque scripts together, and you're working through that history, and then you start reading it in black and white, and it just kind of gets the best of you at times, reading it, because it's just such history and such a sacrifice that they made for our country.
Well, if you have an opportunity, I think we're going to try to have some of that posted on our YouTube channel, so individuals can check that out.
Great.
And they can stop in the high school when you're in the high school for a basketball game. Check out that Hall of Fame and read some of those plaques.
Yep.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have the Varsity Lanes kickoff right here, right after this.
Thanks, Zach.
Actually, we're just going to go ahead and keep it live because I talked too long. But I think it was worth it for all of the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, festivities, and honorees. So this is going to be the Varsity Lanes kickoff to the second half, as my partner Joe Hurlbert sits down here for the play-by-play. Fortunately for you, Joe, it kicked it in the end zone and
perfect.
Don't have to do too much.
Well, we want to thank Bill Kellemeyer for coming up and talking about it. A lot of good stuff. What we get it with our people, we talk about each and every week. So, Brady Triplett, go ahead, kicks the ball out of the end zone. The OG Titans will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20. But I think Dave wanted you to mention why we can't show the band again. I think a lot of confusion as people want us to see the band, but of course there's a lot of legal things.
Yeah. We have if we let the music play too much through the YouTube channel, our feed will get taken down for copyright. So we don't want to take that chance. We try to show the band as much as we can, but we can't always play the music through there. So we apologize. We know the band's important, though.
There's a Roots penalty flag on the field. I think Kessler got there a little bit sooner than the ball got there to the receiver. Pass is thrown from Coleman to Vinnie Brinkman. You see him leaning on him right there. So it'll be a Roots Roots Pub penalty flag.
Yeah, you like your DBs to be aggressive, but he really didn't need to be that aggressive. The ball was on the ground, and he might have made that catch, but you aren't going to stop him from catching it at that position anyway.
Right. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the OG Titans. Ball at their own 35-yard line. Man in motion, sliding down the line. And there is Evers. And we'll give him a gain of about 4 on the play. So we'll call it 2nd down and 6.
OG trying a little bit of different motion, trying to get that rushing game going. A little bit more successful, but I think we'll keep letting them have 2 or 3 yards and be okay.
We'll call it 2nd down and 7 for the OG Titans. Peyton Coleman, the 6'4 senior quarterback, gives it to Evers. Evers will bounce it to the outside, and the Rough Rider defense will swarm him there and run him out of bounds. So it'll bring up a Rough Rider defense money down on this 3rd down and 3.
Be interesting to see if OG's they're going to call a timeout. That something was. So we got the wrong personnel.
Yep, we got a Miller Funeral Home timeout on the field with 10:39 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 15-6 on the American Legion scoreboard. Riders on top. We'll be right back.
Hey there, Rough Rider Country. If you need a van, truck, car, SUV, motorcycle, camper, boat, or any other form of transportation, come on down to Schaff Auto Sales. I know you got vehicle needs, and I got needs too. I need to know that you got the right kind of truck to get the job done. And I need to know that you got a fun set of wheels to cruise around in. And I need to know that your kids are safe when you take them for a ride.
Thanks, Aaron High, the car guy.
I'm Aaron High, the car guy with Schaff Auto Sales. I sell cars to Rough Rider fans, because that's what I am, and that's who I care about.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside my colleague Zach Farrell. Glad to have you along, Rider Nation Station. Bringing you tonight's contest between the Titans and the Rough Riders. Coleman, that'll be enough for the 1st down. Pass was complete to Ethan Metzger. Kessler out there on the coverage. It'll stop the clock. They'll move the chains. There you see it on our Larry Schaff Auto Sales instant replay.
That's a tough pass to defend against. Yeah. If you don't have 2 guys out there playing high, behind him and in front of him, I don't know what you do.
And it's a timing pattern, to be honest with you. He knows when the receiver is going to make the break, and he throws it to a spot, and the receiver is the only person that can catch it. Deegan Miller will go wide to the left. Peyton Coleman. No, Coleman kept it, so he'll get a gain of about 2 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 8.
Well, OG doing a better job of rushing against this defense so far, and it's opening up the short pass game. It's always interesting to see the adjustments that the coaches make at halftime. OG early in the first half was their only rushing game was really just a draw with their quarterback, and now they're putting some guys in motion and running a little bit more off tackle, which I expected them to do more because that's how Walpock did well against St. Mary's.
Coleman over the middle, ball's in the air, and it falls incomplete. We've got a Roots Pub penalty flag thrown late on the play. We'll see what happens with this one, because as soon as the ball is tipped, everybody's fair game. Am I correct?
Yeah. Once it's tipped, it's good. Some of the St. Mary's guys are indicating it might be against OG.
Some of the scores around the Western Buckeye League as we have them. These are at the half. Elida's leading Bath 35-28. Salina's leading Kenton 21-14. Defiance over Shawnee 36-7. Wapakoneta leads Van Wert at the half, 14-7. And of course,
At a personal foul. Defense, number 32, late hit. It will be 15 yards, first down.
So they're going to call a late hit on St. Mary's. I don't know about this one.
It'll be called on Compton. Where's he at? No,
Result of the penalty, OG will go 1st and 10 from the Rider 37-yard line.
Well, it can't be on Compton. It could have been Parker Beam, but maybe not Compton.
I guess they're going to say that the ball was overthrown and he shouldn't have hit him there, but he didn't know that when he was hitting him. That's a little weak. Little razzle-dazzle from OG. Trying to do a reverse there.
Number 17, Gage Bellman, a ball carrier.
Yep, Gage Bellman on the carry for the OG Titans, number 17, just a sophomore.
Kind of end around, reverse. We're going to... I think he was thinking about throwing the ball there, Joe. O-line really wasn't running down the field, and he sort of held it up like he's going to throw that. Potentially is going to be a pass.
We'll call it 2nd down and 7. Coleman drops back. He's being pressured. A Rough Riders got to him. Spring Street Storage sack. Well, that's all. Spring Street Storage sack.
We haven't seen very many sacks this year, have we?
No,
Joe?
we have not.
It's good to see. Like 93-44, Owen Ott. Caleb Turner.
Yep. Good job.
Meeting at the quarterback.
Good job by the corners. So it'll bring up a Minster Bank money down. We'll call it 3rd and about 15 for the OG Titans. Obviously a passing situation for OG. Coleman goes, throws it back to the right, kind of a screen pass to the 20, to the 15. First down inside the 15-yard line.
What a play call. Just
nice call.
Caught the St. Mary's defense totally off balance.
So that'll put the OG Titans in the Sean Barnett Electrical red zone. They still got blockers out front.
Just a little jailbreak screen there.
Luke Bournes and Parker Beam in on the stop. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Titans. The ball is at the 10-yard line.
14.
Vinny Brinkman on the carry. He may have got back to the line of scrimmage. See Matt Murray there. You see A.J. Hertenstein. There's Taylor Compton.
Time for the big hog mollies on the D-line to step up. And
Cameron Dameyer, number 80. It's time for those, you're right, it's time for those folks to step it up. Ball is placed at the 10-yard line, 2nd and goal. Coleman lobs it in the end zone. Pass was intended for Deegan Miller, the 6'3 sophomore, goes out of the back, or that close to the back of the end zone. So the incomplete pass will make it 3rd down and goal. A Minster Bank money down. And I think they're in 4-down territory. I don't think they're going to try a field goal at this. I think they're going to try to put some points on the board.
I agree. Good coverage from Luke Bournes that time.
Two receivers split wide to the left, one to the right for the OG Titans. In the backfield is Vinny Brinkman with Coleman. Brinkman is going absolutely nowhere.
I'm shocked that OG's has tried to force it in with the run here. I mean, they've been able to hit some timing routes and some screens, and I just figured we're going to see 3 or 4 passes here inside the red zone, but here comes the field goal team.
Owen Ott, Matt Murray, Caleb Turner on the stop. They are going to try a field goal. It'll be placed at the 12. It'll be a 22-yard attempt. Kick is up, and the kick is good. The kick is good by Tyler Rui. So it's 15-9 on the American Legion scoreboard with 6:20 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll step away and take this break. We'll be right back.
Are you in the need of storage space? At Spring Street Storage, we have several units to help organize your life. From 10 by 10 to 10 by 30, we have units to keep your valuables dry and clean. We offer monthly rentals and long-term discounts. Give us a call at 567-279-1536 for all your storage needs.
Alrighty, this Varsity Lanes kickoff return is brought to you by our friends at Varsity Lanes in St. Mary's, home of the state bowling champions.
I need to watch out for an onside kick here, I think, Joe.
Kessler and Moore back, and they're going to kind of squib kick it, and it'll go to Kessler. Kessler's got it. He's to the 20-yard line, to the 25. He's going to bounce it to the outside, to the 40, and he's going to be brought down.
Good job from Jaden Steckschulte from OG. I think Kessler was gone if number 5 didn't kind of catch him from behind. But great job from the Rough Rider kick return team again.
Yep.
And Kessler just does a great job of seeing a lane and taking it.
Yep. We'll let the folks know down in the truck that when we go to the next break, we'll do the big Ralph Rider replay. Because Bill Kellemeyer got long-winded at halftime.
I might have had something to do with that, too.
We'll blame it on Bill.
We had 8 honorees. We wanted to make sure each of them got their due.
Absolutely. Moore wide to the right. Give the ball to Mabry. He slips. And it's going to be a loss of about 2 on the play.
Like that play call, definitely was blocked well at the line. Had a lot of space. Unfortunately, Mabry maybe just showing a little bit of rust of being gone a week. Tried to cut on the inside.
Yep. That's a cardinal rule of your running back. Do not cut off the inside foot.
That's right.
Because you will go down every time.
We've not really seen a lot of any rain yet, but might be coming.
There's a screen pass to Mabry, set up extremely well, but they're only going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe about another yard, so we'll give it a gain of 3. I thought it was set up well.
There were guys there, and they started to engage in their blocks and just didn't engage well. We got a replay on that. Number 60, sorry.
Yeah, there's 3 blockers and
yeah,
just good defense by the OG Titans. So we'll call it 3rd and 9. They're going to bring it back this way. Trey Moore is going to bounce it to the outside. Then he cuts back inside, and they're going to slam him to the ground, but they'll give him a gain of about a yard on the play. So I'm not sure that's exactly how you draw it up.
Looks like a penalty in the backfield, or actually it's the Guardian cap.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Came off. Yeah, I think the Guardian cap is the actual black part of the helmet. The yellow thing is just the
cover.
Just the cover.
Yep. Ooh. Trey Moore got ragdolled there a little bit.
He did.
He's got a lot of speed, but not a lot of size. And
right. Brady Triplett back with punt to football. Low end over end punt, bounces at about the 19-yard line and is taken by Evers, but brought down by Owen Ott.
Well, not a lot of good adjustments from the St. Mary's offense from that first half. Unable to get anything going there. Just a couple yards, really. Trying some new things, trying some different formations, but OG just really too disciplined not going to catch them on some of those end arounds and reverses.
Peyton Coleman, the quarterback, goes up, ball's up in the air, and ball's incomplete. Good job by that defensive line getting the big paw up there. Let's see who got it.
80, Dammeyer.
Cameron Dammeyer. He's done that a few times in his career.
That is
Go ahead.
This is an underrated skill.
It is.
You know, you don't. It's hard. It's hard to practice. It's kind of an instinct type of thing. But it's huge.
Second down and 10. Ball on the OG 17-yard line. It's picked off by Kessler. Kessler breaks the tackle. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. And he is tackled at about the 27-yard line. So that is a Spring Street Storage turnover for the Rough Rider defense. And we're getting them in tonight, aren't we?
We sure are. That was a great job by Kessler. Just a really overthrown ball. Good pressure from the defensive line caused that. Coleman just threw it up for grabs, and Kessler right there. And that is not somebody that I would want to try to tackle running a ball back anywhere on the field.
First and 10 for the Rough Riders. Ball is at the 30-yard line of OG. Full house in the backfield. And not much of a gain as the Rough Riders try to go between the right guard and right tackle. We'll give them a gain of a yard. We'll call it second down and 9. Minerding will trot on with the offensive play from head coach Bo Fry and his staff.
Yeah, the OG defender you could see right there was just diving as soon as the ball was snapped. And that's some teams play the wing T like that because it creates so much chaos down low.
Mabry. Nice run by Mabry, and
we saw it again there. But what the call that time was to take it to the outside. So instead of trying for a 0-1 trap or 0-1 dive, it went to the outside to that 4 and 5. Great job from Caleb Schmidt, getting low, getting into number 18's hip right there. Didn't have a chance to make a play.
We'll call it third down and 4 for the Rough Riders. Minerding, he'll fake it. Here comes Osborne. He'll bounce it to the outside, and he's going to be run out of bounds. Maybe a gain of 1, if that. So to bring up fourth down. And we'll call it a long 2. We'll call it 4th and 2.5.
A lot of side-to-side running, not enough vertical running there. We'd like to see him kind of plant that outside foot and get upfield.
And Borski out over the football. Aiden Minerding under center, full house in the backfield. Turn. That'll be Colton Mabry, and he'll pick up a Fowler TV first down.
Well, I hope we start seeing a lot.
I believe.
Yeah, that's definitely a first down from Colton Mabry. I hope we start seeing more of these straight dives from the Riders because that'll take that diving on the 0 and 1 gaps out of play. You just run it right to the outside, just a straight dive right over your guards.
Mabry on the wing to the left. Osborne bounces it to the outside. His speed will get him inside the 15-yard line, inside the Sean Barrett Electrical red zone. Second down and 6 after the gain of 4 by Osborne.
Another good block from Caleb Schmidt. Number 5 really impresses me from OG, Jaden Steckschulte. He's a senior, 5'11", 185-pounder, but he's making a ton of plays. Schmidt got enough of them that time to give some space to Osborne.
Osborne, second effort will get him down to about the 10-yard line, so it might be close to a Fowler TV first down. We'll see. It's going to be. They're going to say he's going to be short. What they need right now is about a 10-yard quarterback sneak.
Just take this one right into the end zone. Unfortunately, OG is not giving the quarterback sneak very much room at all. They're putting two big guys right on either side of the center. You can see them right there in the middle of your screen, and they're just diving at the feet as soon as the ball is snapped.
Schmidt turns, and he's going to be down inside the 3-yard line.
Of course, when you see on the film last week a 12-yard QB sneak, you're probably not surprised that you're telling your guys to do that every time.
First and goal. Nice run by Caleb Schmidt. We've got a Miller. It's going to be the end of the third quarter. So with the score on the American Legion scoreboard, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 15, the OG Titans 9. We're going to take a break. We're going to listen to the Big Ralph Ryder replay, and we'll bring it right back right after this.
Corey calls the signals. If you're going to get it there, hand the ball to Justin Noggle. Noggle breaks the tackle. Get Noggle. Noggle at the 10, 5. He dives. Got it. Justin Noggle takes it to the end zone from 35 out.
All righty. I hope you enjoyed that edition of the Big Ralph Ryder replay. We'll look for winners of this week's trivia question, and here is the question and the answer. Name the College Football Hall of Fame coach that coached former Rough Rider Jim Davis in 1955. That would be Zach's grandfather at Bowling Green State University. And then he coached Tim Fortney in 1967 at Miami of Ohio. And there you see Tim on your screen. The answer to that question is legendary coach Bo Schembechler, the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines for so many years, but in his start, coached in the MAC at Bowling Green and Miami of Ohio. Of course, Miami of Ohio, the cradle of coaches. So Bo Schembechler was the answer.
Lots of correct answers, actually. So I thought it was a great question. Good.
Absolutely.
Good
great
job.
question.
We got a lot of knowledgeable people.
Well, we got a ton of laundry thrown on the field. This will be a Roots Pub penalty. It'll be a false start on the Rough Riders, and here again, you get the ball that close, you cannot have those mistakes.
A lot of the Riders guys really pointing at the other side that time. Probably, I assume that they're saying somebody yelled out the call, the snap. I mean, when you have 5 or 6 of them jump like that, that's usually the case, or a call that's very close to your own.
Yep.
And that is can be a penalty, but it doesn't get called very much.
Turn, give the ball to Osborne, and he'll get it back close to the original line of scrimmage at about the 3-yard line. That'll bring up third down.
Dominic takes the ball down to the 3-yard line. Will be second goal.
Second goal for the Rough Riders at the 3-yard line. Osborne, Mabry in the backfield, turn. Colton Mabry, touchdown from 3 yards out.
Well, that's definitely the best offensive series that we've seen from this offense. They coaches found the formations that were working. They started running a little bit to the outside, not trying to put it through right through the middle where OG was crashing down on. Yep. Running backs kept their feet, and the offensive line did a nice job of getting some surge.
Zachalope Stash, touchdown for this Rough Rider offense, and it looks like they're going to go for a 2-point conversion here. As Zachalope Stash, extra point. Rough Riders will try to extend their lead.
Joe, the winner of our contest here is going to be Bruce Zimmerman. So Bruce Zimmerman, you can pick up your Guarneri's Pizza coupon at State Farm, Laura Yelton State Farm Agency. Halfback pass, no good.
No good. So the Jackalope Stash extra point is no good, but the Jackalope Stash touchdown gives the Rough Riders a 21-9 lead on the American Legion scoreboard with 11:25 remaining. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Varsity Lanes kickoff right after this.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing, and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health System Field. 11:25 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. Time now for this Varsity Lanes kickoff, as Brady Triplett will put a foot to it, and he'll kick it down to Grant Evers, and I believe possibly Ethan Metzger, I believe. Kick is up, line drive, is going to hit the turf at the 10, picked up by Evers. He's at the 20, and he is brought down on the play by,
guess who?
Dameyer.
Yep. Nice, good hit.
Grant Evers brings the ball out to the 18, out to the 26-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders, or excuse me, for the OG Titans, 21-9. Rough Riders lead on the American Legion scoreboard. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Peyton Coleman.
Little screen again.
Pass out to Miller. Nice catch and run by Deegan Miller.
We can get a replay on that. See if number 65 looks like he's pretty far downfield when that ball's thrown. Watch him here. Oh, no, he's okay. He's only a couple yards. Just couldn't tell where the line of scrimmage was.
Well, I don't know, but 57 was down there a pretty good ways. I think it was 57.
I think 57 is lined up. I know he's at tackle. Okay, yeah.
I thought he was down around in here when that pass was.
Yeah, I think we'll take a look at it with rules of the game. A lot of these screen passes, though, those guys, it look like they're pretty far down the field.
Benny Brinkman on the carry for the OG Titans. We'll give him a gain of 5.
Down by number 80, Cameron Dameyer. Gain of 5 will be 2nd and 5 to the 50-yard line.
Good support there by Noah Dixon. Cameron Dameyer, I believe, on the tackle. Well, I'll tell you what, if Parker Beam could have jumped in there in between the 2 receivers, he'd have taken that one to the house.
That was a dangerous throw. We're definitely seeing Coleman take a lot more risk.
If he could have got by them and walked in between them.
He tried to lead his receiver a little bit, but just kind of threw it past him.
I think you're going to see the OG Titans do a lot more, go to a lot more to the air.
Oh, yeah.
Here in the 4th and final quarter. This is a Mr. Bank money down for the Rough Rider defense.
They're going to take some shots, some deep shots.
They will. Because they want to score, and they want to score quickly. Pass across the middle. It's complete. I think it's Dane Dooling, number 13.
Yeah, nice little in route. Just kind of settled down in the zone there. So they had some deep zone guys and some short zone guys, and he found the space in between. Coleman really was watching him the whole time and just waited for him to make his cut.
1st and 10 for the OG Titans. Fresh set of downs. Ball is on the Rough Rider 34-yard line. Coleman. And the pass is complete to Miller. Luke Bourne's in on the stop.
Pass complete to number 7, David Miller. Defended by number 12, Luke Bourne. Gain of 8. Bring up 2nd and 2 at the Rider 26-yard line.
This passing scheme, Zach, is not that difficult. It's controlled. The receivers go down under control. Kuhlman is getting excellent protection from his offensive line and a chance to look over his receivers. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, and he'll go down, and then no flag called there. Good job by Borns and Ruvold.
Yeah, the scheme is excellent. The execution has been inconsistent.
Yeah. So
he's looked out of this world on some of these throws, and then just kind of all over the place. And if he gets a little bit of pressure, his accuracy is tough.
This is a Minster Bank money down. 3rd, and we'll call it 2 for the OG Titans. Ball is placed at the Rough Rider 26-yard line. It'll be a first down, picked up by Grant Evers. So they'll move the change. The OG Titans knocking on the door again.
Joe, as scary as this drive is looking, I'm wondering if you're planning on coming to the Haunted Armory on October 18th and 19th. This is put on by Smart, located at the Armory. It's going to be $10 for admission. I'm pretty excited. It's been a long time since I've been in that Armory, and I think a lot of people are going to get interesting opportunity to see the inside.
Boy, good job by Ryan Ruvold. Now, what's the flag on here? They may call a horse collar. That's what I'm hearing down press row, but I'm not so sure.
Horse collar is supposed to be pulling him from the backside. You're allowed to tackle him by that area.
Then he lets it go.
I don't know about that. We'll take a look at that on the film this week.
No, I'm not going to agree with it. You'll have it on the clips. You'll be able to see it from the end zone as well.
Let's watch this one more time here. Just having a hold of that does not make it automatically a horse collar tackle. You also have to be pulling from that backside.
Yeah, I didn't see any extension of the jersey come away from the shoulder pads, so we'll have Bill Krug analyze that one and see what he has to say about it.
That's a huge break for OG.
Exactly. So it'll be a huge mark-off, plus it'll be first down. It'll put the ball inside the Sean Barnett Electrical red zone. Touchdown. Pass is complete to Ethan Metzger. So that horse collar penalty looms big for the Rough Rider defense as they were able to score on the very next play. A lot of time. Coleman just looked over the defense there, and
Metzger just ran a little bit of a corner route, and Coleman froze that DB that I think was supposed to be playing that deep zone.
So I believe Ethan Metzger is going to hold. Could be Cooper Fisher.
That looks blocked. Still might have got through, though.
And it's good, barely. So with 8:07 remaining here in the fourth quarter on the American Legion scoreboard, it's the Rough Riders 21, the Titans 16. We'll be back right after this.
Plus One Professionals Real Estate always goes the extra mile. Besides listing and selling, they offer free use of their moving van and a free interior design consultation to their customers. Plus One Professionals, going the extra mile.
Explore Jackalope Stash, men's clothing store located in downtown St. Mary's. Here at this brick and mortar haberdashery, you will find clothing needs for every occasion, formal or informal. Guys, moms, homecoming is almost here. Shop local and your date will be crazy about how sharp you look in your formal attire. Quality, style, stash. Jackalope Stash. Visit us online, or better yet, come see us in downtown St. Mary's, where riders shop.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field for this Varsity Lanes kickoff return. I want to thank some of our game sponsors, Spees Chiropractic, Fowler TV, American Legion Post 323, Varsity Lanes, All Glaze Equipment Rental, Spring Street Storage, Minster Bank, Plus One Professionals, the St. Mary's Foundry. We'll bring you the highlights tomorrow here on Rider Nation Station. A short kick. Let it go out of bounds. Let it go out. Kessler's got it.
It bounced
go to
in.
the 25. He's back up the middle. He's going to break it to the outside. Turns it upfield.
Jaden Steckschulte made the tackle again. So we're going to have the highlight show tomorrow.
Correct.
Tomorrow's a big day anyway, isn't it?
It is.
My partner's birthday tomorrow.
Who told you that? Did my wife text you that?
I have people that let me know these things. I think it's great that you're 29 years old tomorrow.
Wonderful.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please go to the Rider Rooter booth to claim. On the return with a hold on the receiving number 34. First down, St. Mary's.
Nice return, negated by a hold call, a Roots Pub penalty on the play. So it'll give the ball to the Rough Riders, 1st and 10 at the 28. Now keep in mind, the OG Titans are within one score of taking the lead. So the Rough Riders are going to have to play good football. They can't make big mistakes. They cannot turn it over for sure.
They need another good series like they just had.
Turn, give the ball to Mabry. That's a good run by Mabry. That's a typical Colton Mabry run. Met at the line of scrimmage and then still able to pick up 4 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 6.
Rider 32-yard line.
St. Mary's sitting at 33 rushes for 116 yards. Just 137 total yards for St. Mary's.
Wow.
310 total yards for OG.
Minor Dang will give it to Osborne. Osborne. He'll be brought down at the 35-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 3. We'll call it 3rd down and 3.
Gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 3. The Rider 35-yard line.
Osborne sitting with just 36 yards on 12 carries. Mabry 29 yards on 9 carries. Not our typical Rough Rider rushing attack tonight.
Give the ball to Mabry. That'll be a Fowler TV 1st down. That's more like it right there.
Looking more typical every play, though.
So the play is a Rough Rider 1st down.
So it'll be 1st down and 10. The ball is placed at their own 42-yard line. Here comes Luke Rammel in. Caleb Schmidt will check out. Osborne. He's going to get it to about the 46-yard line where OG Titans stop it.
Good patience and good vision from Osborne on that one. He's getting up a little limping.
Yes, he is.
Watch him take this toss. Nice block from Colton Mabry. Osborne takes his time, gets behind Camden Roth, waits for him to get a block, and gets a couple more yards. Gets twisted up bad, though. Don't like to see that.
Ross Bowman checks in, number 78, the offensive line. And Mabry's limping pretty noticeably, and he's on the ground.
That's Osborne.
Okay. I said Mabry?
Yep.
Okay, Osborne. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
So Dominic Osborne is on the sideline. They'll take a look at him. I don't want to assume anything, but it looked like it might have been an ankle. Like you said, when he got into that tackle, he kind of twisted him around a little bit. And it's so easy for the guy on the bottom of the pile to hang on to his leg and ankle, and then the other guy spin him around.
Yep.
So it'll be third down. We'll call it 3 for the Rough Riders. Clock is moving. 4:35 remaining. Mabry will get to about the 50-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 1. It'll be fourth down. And we'll call it 2. We'll see what the Rough Riders do here.
Well, that time,
this is a big call.
This is huge. And
I think they
want
want a Miller Funeral. Yeah, they want a Miller Funeral Home timeout. So they'll do that to talk it over to see what they want to do with 4th and 2 with 4:11 remaining. We'll take a Miller Funeral Home timeout. We'll be right back.
And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
All righty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. An injury timeout was called on the field.
Osborne coming back on the field too, Joe.
Okay, that's good news for the Rider faithful. It'll be 4th and 2. This is a big play for the Rough Rider offense, and even bigger play for the OG defense.
Rider players looking over at the fans, waving their arms, saying, get up and get loud. 4 minutes left, ticking down. I think Bo Fry is going to let the play clock go all the way down to 1 and then call a timeout.
Timeout called by the Rough Riders. That's their first of the second half. So we've got a Miller Funeral Home timeout called on the field. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Laura Yelton State Farm, servicing the St. Mary's area since 1989. With your life, home, and auto insurance needs. Call or stop in today and see Laura or Logan Yelton for a free quote. Go Rough Riders!
TSC is bringing fiber optic high-speed internet to your rural community. Power your household with upload and download speeds as high as 1 gigabit. GigaSpire technology provides blazing fast speeds and whole home coverage so you can enjoy an unrivaled online experience. At TSC, we look forward to bringing you hometown local service, saving you money, and welcoming you to the TSC Gigahood.
Back at Grand Lake Health System Field, as I was running down at the sponsors, I looked over at All Glaze Equipment Rental, and you know what I thought of?
The scissor lift.
Exactly, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Now, we'll have to wait to see if we get an official announcement from Doug Spencer, but a couple years ago they said they were going to build a new press box over at Van Wert Cougar Stadium, so hopefully that'll be the case and we won't have to set up in that skybox. So it'll be 4th and 2. This is a big play for the Rough Rider defense. Turn, give the ball to...
Looks like Noah Dixon. That's going to be so close.
Noah Dixon. Aiden Minerding is... He got shaken up on the play.
They're going to, I think, have to measure that,
well, they haven't brought the sticks out for a long time.
This is on the logo, so you really can't see exactly. But to me, looking right there at that angle, it looks like it's past the 48-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It does. Got to make it look good. Boy, this is a big call right here. They stretch it out, and they're going to make it.
Wow.
So a Fowler TV first down by the half the length of the football. So this offense is pumped up, so that's good news.
I think they told Noah Dixon, hey, they're gonna crash that middle like they've been doing all night. Just dive over it and get us 2 yards, son. They got 2 yards and 2 inches. So
that's right. Good job by the Hog Mollies up front.
Yep.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. Fresh set of down. The game clock is moving at 3:18. Aiden Meinerding will be at quarterback. Full house in the backfield. Oh, ball's loose. And then we got all kinds of flags on the field. This is a Roots Pub penalty situation. So we'll see, first of all, who recovered the fumble. Then they'll have to sort that out. Then they'll have to come.
I think they're going to call offsides on OG, fortunately.
Got a dead ball before the snap. False start.
Oh.
Offense.
Saved by the false start. Wow.
Well, two miscues. The fumble is 1, and then the false start is 2, but the false start saves the fumble.
I was just thinking in my head that Meinerding was a little rattled the play before.
He was.
And I didn't want to say it out loud, but you always worry about that first snap when the quarterback comes back in like that. Hopefully he got that out of his system.
I hope. So it'll be a loss of 5 on the penalty. 1st and 15, 3:05 remaining. Clock will start when they snap the football. Terry Umborski out over the football at center. Give the ball to Mabry. He turns. He'll cut back up. And he'll be close to a Fowler TV first down.
Well, they ran the same play, and we saw Mabry on a couple sweeps earlier. And I said there was room if he cut back towards the center, and he saw it, or the coaches saw it and told him about that. That was a great run from Mabry. Look at that. He doesn't even have blockers out there. He just cut it up the inside.
Well, they do have blockers, but they're kind of standing around.
Yeah.
So it'll be a nice run by Mabry. 2nd down and 2. This will be a big first down for the Rough Riders if they can get this when they got 2 shots at it. Oh, ball's up in the air. Meinerding comes down with it, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. That's not good.
No, you think 2nd down and 2 yards, we're not going to go backwards at all, right?
Nope. And OG calls it smart timeout. Ken Schreiner will call his ball club over to the sideline. We're going to step away. We'll take a break. The American Legion scoreboard says the Rough Riders 21, the OG Titans 16. Back right after this.
Are you looking for a fun place to grab a bite to eat and a few drinks? Then stop by Roots Pub on Spring Street in downtown St. Mary's. The kitchen is open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. The food menu still has all the classic favorites, but now also has some tasty new options. Roots Pub always has a game on and has live entertainment every weekend from some of the best bands around. Check out our Facebook page for a full entertainment schedule and daily food specials. Roots Pub, your go-to place for great food, cold drinks, and a fun atmosphere.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Alrighty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. A critical miscue on that one, a bobbled snap, and a loss of about 3 on the play. So we'll call it 3rd down and 4 for the Rough Riders. They need to pick up a first down here. Give it to Mabry. Mabry will cut up, and he will dive forward. He's going to be short of the first down, probably by about a half a yard. We'll see if OG calls another timeout. They've got 1 timeout remaining. St. Mary's has 2 remaining.
Maybe a good hard run, and he felt like he was just diving because he thought he was closer to the first down than he was. Yeah. I don't think he had to.
So it's going to be 4th down and 1. Another Miller Funeral Home timeout called by the Titans. We'll step away. We'll be right back.
Hey there, Rough Rider Country. If you need a van, truck, car, SUV, motorcycle, camper, boat, or any other form of transportation, come on down to Shaft Auto Sales. I know you got vehicle needs, and I got needs too. I need to know that you got the right kind of truck to get the job done. And I need to know that you got a fun set of wheels to cruise around in. And I need to know that your kids are safe when you take them for a ride.
Thanks, Aaron High, the car guy.
I'm Aaron High, the car guy with Shaft Auto Sales. I sell cars to Rough Rider fans, because that's what I am, and that's who I care about.
2:08 remaining here in the football contest. Rough Riders lead on the American Legion scoreboard, 21-16. This is a crucial 4th down, and we'll call it 1 for the Rough Riders. I think if the Rough Riders can get it here, they could possibly run out the clock. OG has no timeouts remaining. But this is big for this Rough Rider offense, and they cannot make any mistakes with the quarterback-center exchange. We've seen that happen twice on this series.
Well, this is what you play for, on your home field. 1 yard to put the game away.
This is it right here. Big play for this Rough Rider offense. Now we got whistles on the field. Timeout called by the Rough Riders. Well, we should be able to get all of our spots in. We'll take another break. We'll be right back.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs and all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles, 767. People helping people.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside my partner, Zach Farrell. It'll be 4th down and 1. This is a big, again, we can't stress it enough, a big play for this Rough Rider offense. They have to make a 1st down, and I believe if that's the case, they could possibly run this one out.
They've had a few big plays on this drive, and they've put it together and gotten it done. Like I said, this is what you dream of when you're this seniors and offensive linemen and players. You want to be in these positions, and you want to make the play, do your role.
Furhouse in the backfield. Meinerding will give the ball to Mabry, and he'll dive over the pile, and he'll pick up a Fowler TV 1st down. That one there's a big play. That should make the St. Mary's Foundry highlight reel tomorrow here on Rider Nation Station.
We don't see any true dives like that enough anymore, do we?
Where they just go up and over?
Yep. And the way OG's been playing all day, I'm glad the coaches saw that.
Yeah, because they're diving.
Yep.
They're diving at the feet of the offensive lineman, so he just went up and over, which is a good, smart move. Play clock continues to roll. We're down to 8 seconds on the play clock. They're gonna call timeout.
Yeah, Bo's going to let it go all the way down to the end because I think that puts it under 35 seconds. He might be able to.
Right.
I think you can just kneel it now from out.
Well, we're going to keep it right here. We're going to mention all of our sponsors. And, again, if you get an opportunity, stop out and say thank you to these folks because without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. Of course, the St. Mary's Foundry, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, Laura Yelton, State Farm Insurance, Dave Weilbacher, attorney at law, TSC, the St. Mary's Eagles Lodge, 767, Roots Pub, Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, Rider Rooters, Albert Sporting Goods, Miller Funeral Home, Jackalope Stash, the St. Mary's Alumni Association, Sean Barnett Electrical Capabilities, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and Buffalo Wild Wings. So we thank those folks for being on board with us for the 2024 football season.
What a hard-fought win from the Riders.
It is.
I mean, and talk about all three phases of the of the game, getting the job done. Yep. We're sitting here 5 points difference. All could have been the kick return.
Yep.
Could have been one of those interceptions. Could have been the good drive from the offense. All three phases got the win tonight. It wasn't clean. It wasn't pretty.
Nope.
But a win's a win. You win in advance, and we move on to Van Wert next week.
Aiden Minerding takes the knee. Let's see if
That's your favorite formation, right, Joe?
Absolutely.
Victory formation?
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look and see what the Van Wert Cougars did. They were taking on the Walpock United Redskins tonight. Walpock beats them 35-14. Defiance all over Shawnee, 43-7. Wow. Kenton and Salina are in a battle. They're in the fourth quarter, 31-28 Salina. Bath and Elida are tied right now, 49-49. Another knee by Minerding. Marion Local all over New Bremen, 48-7. There's about a 10-second difference from the play clock to the game, to the scoreboard clock. This will be the last play of the ball game. And this one will be over. So the Rough Riders will now run their record to 3-2 overall and 2-2 in the Western Buckeye League with a 21-16 lead win over the OG Titans. Zach and I are going to take a break. We'll come back with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes postgame show right after this.
Hi, I'm Jay Gibson, proud owner of Varsity Lanes since 2003. Visit Varsity Lanes for exceptional fun and mouth-watering food. Opt for our classic ham and cheese or choose from various other delectable options. Every Friday night, join Rough Rider fans in the lounge for food, drinks, and St. Mary's football. Can't make it? Takeout and delivery services available. Varsity Lanes is your go-to spot for daily lunch specials and dinner options. Whether you dine in, take out, or opt for delivery, Varsity Lanes, locally owned and operated, and the home of state bowling champions, and where amazing dining meets fun. Tempted? Visit or call us now. Have you made the call yet?
We did. Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Rough Rider Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Rough Rider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Call Guarneri's during or after the game to place your pickup order for pizza, wings, or hoagies at 419-394-2244.
St. Mary's Rider Rooters has been a pillar of support for all St. Mary's athletes for well over 40 years. Our current membership drive is ongoing, and it has its perks. Consider joining in support of the St. Mary's athletes. Join us at the game or scan the QR code. Go Riders!
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
All righty, we welcome you back once again to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell as we do our Fellowship of Christian Athletes post-game show. And you can see on the field both teams huddled around midfield as in support for each other and a hard-fought contest, and probably led in prayer by one of the coaching staff. But nonetheless, a good win for the Rough Riders. Again, it wasn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination. They did not dominate, as you will see when Zach gives you some of the numbers in the game. But nonetheless, sometimes in the course of a season you have to win ugly, and win ugly tonight they did. So let's take a look at some of the numbers in tonight's ball game.
Absolutely. Definitely won ugly tonight, Joe. St. Mary's first downs 12, OG 18. St. Mary's total yards, 168. OG, 309. St. Mary's is 4 for 7 passing with 1 interception. OG was 15 for 32 with 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown. Passing net yards, St. Mary's 21, OG 248. Rushing, St. Mary's 46 rushes for 147 yards. OG 24 rushes for 61 yards. 1 fumble loss for each team. Penalties really almost came back to bite St. Mary's in the second half big time. 7 penalties for 70 yards, 3 penalties for OG for 30 yards. St. Mary's was just 3 for 12 on third down conversions. We don't have the fourth down conversion stat right here, but they were very good on fourth down, I think. OG was 7 for 12 on third down conversions. St. Mary's had 4 punts for 149 yards. Longest was 47 yards. Average drive start for St. Mary's was at their 45.8 yard line. OG at the 24.3 yard line. Time of possession was pretty equal. St. Mary's 18 minutes and 40 seconds, and OG 21 minutes and 13 seconds. Individually, Aiden Meyerding 3 for 5 for 19 yards. Colton Mabry 15 rushes, 58 yards. Dominic Osborne 13 rushes for 40 yards. Caleb Schmidt 5 rushes for 27 yards. Trey Moore 1 catch for 10 yards. Jacob Kessler 1 catch for 7 yards. And Colton Mabry one catch for 2 yards. For OG, Peyton Coleman 15 for 32 for 248 yards. Peyton Coleman 9 rushes for 3 yards. Grant Evers 8 rushes for 48 yards. Vinny Brinkman 5 rushes for 18 yards. Receiving, Deegan Miller 6 catches for 102 yards. Ethan Metzger 4 catches for 54 yards. Now, if you want to look at it a different way, though, one of the reasons why St. Mary's' yardage was so low was because the special teams stepped up so much. So thanks to Andy Rammel, our crack statistician up here, we know that Kessler had 160 return yards on the game.
And one touchdown.
And 1 touchdown. So talk about a game changer. Obviously, that was the difference in the points. But it's easier to have 168 total yards if your kick return and punt return gives you 160 yards.
Absolutely. So obviously it's not probably the way it was drawn up and talked about during the week. It's not how the Rough Riders practiced. But nonetheless, they knew OG was going to be tough, and it was just that. Both these teams are very strong defensively, and it showed tonight with OG allowing 21 points and St. Mary's allowing 16. And you know, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense in some games like this.
Both defenses looked pretty good tonight.
They did.
Really, the special teams was the difference. Both defenses stepped up and got huge stops when they needed to. Credit St. Mary's for getting a couple interceptions, several turnovers tonight. That was huge, absolutely huge. The ball bounced the right way for St. Mary's a couple times. That could have been very different on that last drive if one of those bobbled snaps there didn't go our way. So overall, it doesn't matter what the win looks like. A win's a win, and you move on to Van Wert.
Well, it's hard to believe that half the football season in 2024 is over.
Amazing.
And so now the task of going on the road for the second half of the season is what the Rough Riders will face. 4 of the next 5 games are on the road. Next week, of course, we'll be on the road at Van Wert, and then they'll be on the road the next week, then back home, and then the following 2 regular season games will be on the road. So 1 home game out of the next 5. We'll see how the Rough Riders play on the road.
And we saw that last year opposite, obviously, and we talked about how tough it was for the Riders to start on the road against these really good teams. Fortunately, there's maybe some easier games coming up, but there's also some really tough ones. Van Wert has looked good this year. Bath has looked very good, and it's the WBL, so you can't overlook anyone.
And I don't know if you caught me when I told you this score. Bath and Elida, game's not over. It's like 48-48.
Wow. Yeah.
So there's some teams the Rough Riders have to play that can put some points on the board. Well, that's going to do it for tonight here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. A special night, Hall of Fame induction night, the Hall of Fame game for 2024. Congratulations to all the inductees into the Hall of Fame for 2024. We'd like to thank our entire Rider Nation Station crew, Ross Henshin, Doug Spencer, Kelly J on cameras, Logan Yelton, John Boyd, Dave Walbacher, Rich Spencer pushing all the buttons in the truck, making us sound and look good. For my colleague, Zach Farrell, I'm Joe Hurlbert. Once again, the final score from Grand Lake Health Systems Field, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 21, the OG Titans 16. Until next week at Van Wert, so long, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.